Hey guys, what's going on? Good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. I'm planning to do one more list for you, and this is gonna be from House of Jacques Bogart. I have done this video list about 2 years back. I did not buy that many Bogart after that, just couple more. So I just reshuffled them for a while. And if you have already watched the last episode in like 2018 or so, this one might come off as a little bit redundant. Okay, but if you just are bored, you wanna watch, I'm gonna show you top 10 of my Bogart collection. I basically have only couple of lines. I have few fragrances from them, and I have a couple of honorable mentions which didn't make the top 10. I'll tell you why. And the thing is, this fragrance list I'm just doing for fun because we are going through some tough time. I am accompanied by, once again, my favorite honey lemon tea. Okay, and I just woke up a while back. It's about 8:30 at night, so let's go, let's see what you get. So one of them, I'm wearing it as kind of my scent of the night. I'll show you. So my first honorable mention, and not so much honorable mention because I hate this fragrance. I hardly hate any fragrances. Like, I try my best not to hate, but couple of fragrances like Jaguar for Men and Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Pour Homme, and this one really is something I cannot pull off. Versace L'Homme, another one. This is the first honorable mention, that is One Man Show Gold Edition. This one is about leather, I think leather, very dark, very skanky. It smells like really bad. It smells like ass. Okay, I'll just tell you, the best description is it smells like ass, and not like wow, I love ass. No, it's like yeah, skunk sort of an ass smell. Okay, so I never liked it. I reviewed it, I think, but the fragrance is very. It's like gold edition. It's super potent. If you live in very cold countries, perhaps you can pull it off. Maybe where Michalis lives, perhaps he likes it a lot because there's snow. Okay, so the fragrance didn't make the list, obviously for good reasons. One Man Show Gold Edition. Number two, I'm gonna show you one fragrance. I think this one I didn't put up in the list because I have two other flankers of it, and I think this fragrance it's the originator of the whole line, but I did not put it in the top 10. That is Silver Scent by Bogart. These bottles, they all look the same, just a little bit here and there differences, but they come with built-in atomizer, and they're really inexpensive, under $20, sometimes under $15. So these are budget fragrances that people really like. They are not by any means niche quality, but the potency, if you just look for straight up performance, this house gives you that regardless of the smell. Okay, some of them smell really good, and I don't know how they do it at this price range really. But other thing is, there are fragrances, classic ones like Bogart Pour Homme, like not there's Bogart signatures. There's few fragrances I really wanted. Like there's one blue bottle from this line. There's another one. I think I forgot their names. There's one more green one. So I do not have them, but I would love to buy and review them. So second honorable mention, Silver Scent Original One. Did not make the list because the other two flankers are better in terms of smell, but this one is beast mode, so keep it in mind. So let's start with the top 10. Top 10, I'm gonna go with number 10. This is the first one. This is One Man Show Original One, the very first one. This is reformulated, I guess, but still can be found. It's kind of like a Shipra kind of a fragrance. It's green, like eucalyptus, like oak moss. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's very green, aromatic fragrance, and opening is very harsh, but dry down goes better. Long lasting still, obviously all of them are long lasting, but this is for mature gentlemen. Okay, so number 10, One Man Show, the original one. Number 9, another flanker from that line. This is One Man Show Ruby Edition. I love how this bottle looks. It's red, it's lovely, it looks really awesome, and I think it's much better looking bottle than the original one. They have the same bottle design, but the color combination looks better. This fragrance, I actually did wear this. This is a cold weather perfume. You can wear this in the summertime. It's just gonna get really strong, and it's gonna get really beast mode in high heat. So if you want to get something that's sparkly, a little bit of ruby sort of, if you like fragrances like red tobacco, this one doesn't have tobacco, but it has feel like David of Hot Water, like Givenchy's Xerius Rouge, similar night theme fashion, like night theme fashion. Yeah, sort of like, it's like a nighttime fragrance, very sexy, alluring, very sweet as well. Okay, something I would wear in a clubbing scenario, like 1 million. Okay, so One Man Show Ruby Edition, number 9. Number 8 is a fragrance, one of the flankers of Silver Scent. This is Silver Scent Deep. This fragrance, I call it the Lamborghini or Diablo. Look at that bottle, it's all matte, I really love. This is the best looking bottle from this line. So it says deep, and it has they put the information engraved on the bottle. This is really beautiful. This has that grape soda vibe, but what it does is it is wearable. It's much more muted than the original, and it's very handsome. You can pull this in workplace. Okay, so if you're at workplace, if you're sitting at office, perfect fragrance for 6 hours, easy, but not gonna project that much. Silver scent, deep. Definitely check it out. Very nice, gentle fragrance. Number 7, you'll be surprised, but this one I'm not wearing anymore. I used to love it a lot back then when I got it at first. This is Silver Scent, not, this is Bogart Story Green. They have Bogart Story Blue, Red, and Green. The red one and blue one, not be a very big fan. They are kind of like average. This is the one that is best from this line. Beast Mode. It has sort of like a pan masala feel, like it's kind of like a spicy. It got some spices like I think it has cardamom and grapefruit and pineapple. So I call it like Bogart's take on ultra male. This is the cheapest type of ultra male kind of scent with beast mode longevity. Really beautiful green bottle, green and red makes our flag. So number 7 is Bogart Story Green. Very beautiful perfume. Number 6, and then we're gonna go to top 5. Number 6 is a fragrance. It's a kind of like a classic fragrance. It's discontinued, very hard to find, expensive at some countries, and it has a beautiful red bottle. If you like the likes of Kouros, Lapidus Purom, this is a little bit more sweeter version of that. It still has animalic tones, but I think this one is something Godfather will wear. This is Furyo by Jacques Bogart. I found it luckily at one shop. I think in Bangladesh you can find these if you look in different shops, and this is gonna cost you around 25 bucks. Okay, get it at that price because some places it's selling like for $80, $90 in the world. So what I like about Furyo is that it's different. It has kind of same feel as One Man Show Rupee Edition. Both of them are red, but this is upper class. This is the same class as Kouros by YSL. So if you like Kouros, definitely check it out. It's also, I would say, same family as this one, Vermeil Purom. I think this is another vintage fragrance. This is another vintage fragrance. Okay, so this is for mature gentlemen. Definitely check it out. Number 6, Furyo. Now top 5. These top 5 are some of my best fragrances. If I can keep only 5 from Bogart, I would keep these 5 for sure. There's no doubt about this. I love them so much. Okay, number 5 is the second flanker of Silver Scent. This is intense. So Silver Scent, understand this. This and Silver Scent original one, they last the same time. This one lasts about 14-15 hours. Silver Scent lasts about 12 hours or so. So performance is not the difference. Major difference is in this is that depth. It's like the strength of the perfume. Imagine they put 2 bottles of Silver Scent and mixed it in one bowl, and then they squeezed it down, like compressed it and put it in one intense bottle, which is written red intense. So it's nuclear. It's nuclear literally. Do not put, I repeat, do not put more than 1 to 2 sprays of this if you don't want to suffer. Okay, this fragrance just crazy strong and sweet. If you like grape soda sort of a feel, like grape soda, yeah, you're gonna love this fragrance. It has a little bit powdery lavender, but it's very sweet. It's like, I would say this and Pure Tonka are neck to neck, 2 of my sweet strong fragrances. Okay, if you like Pure Tonka, try it out. Silver Scent, intense. Number 5. Number 4, this fragrance is one of the newer ones that I bought, Club 75. At first I call this like it also has very nice bottle, very nice. It's kind of unique, a little bit different than the other ones. Built-in atomizer, really good sprayer. So this fragrance, I called it at first something clone of Pure X, like not Pure X's, Pakuraban Black X's. It gives you that sort of feel like it has strawberry, something sweet, fruits up there. It's very much like Black X's, but it starts going different direction and dry down. It's much more potent. If you like Black X's, do not buy that. Buy this one. This is cheap. This is under $20-25, but the fragrance lasts a very long time. That's one of the best attributes. Okay, so I think for Club 75, this is definitely clubbing fragrance for cold weathers. At night time, if you wear it, you can also wear it for dating scenario. Club 75, number 4. Number 3 is a classic. Everybody's like, where is your tobacco-based fragrance? Where is this one? Why didn't you show it? I forgot. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes, I'm in a rush. I miss out 1 or 2. This is one of the finest pipe tobacco based fragrance with a lot of powdery effects. Okay, this is Bogart Puram. This is a classic fragrance. If you know Bogart House, you know it for this fragrance. It looks like a nice, like a building, like a, how to say, like a, somewhere in New York or something. It looks like a very beautiful classic building, and the juice color is kind of mild green. It's something I would say not for everybody. If you want performance, just buy it. If you want something of a performer, buy it. But the smell can get really choking, so make sure do not put too much. I have it on my hand for some time. The cherry tobacco, it's tried out. It's a lot like Pure Heaven by Thierry Mugler, but it has its own signature. So definitely one of the best fragrances from this house, Jacques Bogart, Bogart Puram. Number two and number one. Number one, I was gonna put this one, but then for some reason I changed my mind. Number two is One Man Show Oud Edition. This is my very first fragrance on this house. Oh my god, stiff neck, sorry. And I love this perfume. You guys know how much I love it. It lasts ages, ages. Just one thing, forget about everything else. Check out my review on each, but I just tell you one thing. I do not know, once again, how Bogart makes these fragrances with oud. Any house you see they make a oud based fragrance, they're gonna charge you a kidney. Even designer house, they ask for a little bit more money. Barbados, Versace, Hugo Boss, their oud fragrances are a little bit more expensive. But Bogart, this one you can find it under like 15-17 bucks, okay? Or sometimes, if you're lucky, you can get it under $12. I do not know, depending on your country. But the sweetness from this, the, like, literally the fruitiness of it, I think there's leather in this, oud in this, there's amber, and a lot of notes. My god, this fragrance just never stops pushing. 5-6 hours of projection, can you imagine? So if you just want to start your game in oud, if you have limited budget, my suggestion is One Man Show Oud Edition. This is one of my signature scents, okay, of all time. So definitely one of the best. So what beaten this? Okay, what has beaten this? This fragrance. Number one today is, you guys would imagine I have only this one left, right? Silver Scent Pure. From this line, there's one blue color one, I think Midnight something, and there's another one I do not have, okay? And they have one more from this line, the One Man Show line, that is the green bottle. I'm looking for these perfumes. If I find it, I'll review them. But what's so great about this? This beats anything else in my collection in Bogart House. The reason being, this is Summer King. Someone I recent times said they find this to be like a beast mode fragrance. They love it. I think Chris Fouquet or Lucas, one of them. They said this is really beast mode, and I agree. I get beast mode from it. It features like a mint, sweet lychee, green apple, like all the sweet fruits with light heart, like citrus and kind of like mild citrus and a little bit orange. So if you like those notes, like let me spray it. Really good spread. Okay. What I really like about this is really, really good. This is like something you want to wear, when the sun is up and you're living in a hot and humid country. Most of these fragrances are winter-based perfume. This is also can be worn in winter time, but I would suggest this one, you pull it off in the summer days. Summer and spring, beautiful little fragrance. It got a little bit musk going. So closest to this, I would say Hugo Boss bottled Unlimited, I think, that white bottle, okay? This and that have something in common, but this is way more potent, much more longer lasting, okay? Check it out. This is a little bit more pricey, I think 25-30 bucks, but worth the money. Get backup bottles of it if you need. Silver Scent Pure, number one. So there you go, my top 10 Bogart fragrances. What do you think of those? Which are the other ones I should check out? Please join my group FragCom Bangladesh, and we're connecting a lot more there. If you want to do some reviews ever, please do and post there. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Good night.